How's it going, guys? My name is Josh, and today I wanted to start a video series called The Basics of Strength and Muscle Building, where I'll talk about pretty much what the title is about. It's pretty much self-explanatory, talking about all the basics when it comes to training and nutrition for strength and muscle building, backed up by the basic scientific literature. Today's topic, what I want to talk about, is compound movements and how they're essential to your training. So if you're looking to build muscle and strength, compound movements should be a staple in your training. Many people fail to structure their training properly to get the full benefits of compound movements, and also they fail to execute the movements properly, which can lead to eventually plateaus and also injury. But this video, I don't really want to talk about how to execute the movements. I want to talk about more so the benefits and how to apply them in your training. So what are compound movements? Compound movements is an exercise that you use two or more joints in order to stimulate two or more muscle groups. Some example of compound movements are exercises like the barbell squat, the barbell bench, and the barbell deadlifts. Essentially all the powerlifting movements and other exercises like pull-ups, dips, and the barbell overhead press. So today I want to talk about the four main benefits of compound movements. So why should you incorporate compound movements? So because compound movements utilize a lot of different muscles, when performed correctly, you're able to move much heavier weight compared to isolation movements. So for example, if you compare the barbell back squat to the leg extension, I hope that most people are able to barbell back squat more weight compared to the amount of weight that they're able to do with leg extensions. And the reason behind this is because, again, you're using a lot of different muscles in order to move weight. Reason number two, which kind of coincides with reason number one, is that you're able to get much stronger at these compound movements compared to isolation movements, because again, you're using more than one muscle group. With more muscles being utilized, the more force you're able to produce. Reason number three, hormones. Studies have shown that with strength training, you cause a lot of muscle and metabolic damage. When that's combined with the proper nutrition, your body then releases a lot of good hormones like growth hormone, testosterone, insulin-like growth factors, and all these hormones are conducive to muscle building. So because more muscles are being utilized with compound movements, more of these hormones are going to be released, which causes more muscle gain. That's why you hear a lot of people say that when you train legs, it's important to train legs because you release a lot of hormones which can help you build muscle in other areas of your body, not just your legs. And lastly, with reason number four, you're able to burn more calories. So if your goal is to try to burn more fat, compound movements are essential for fat burning. And the reason is because you're getting more bang for your buck. You're able to burn much more calories in a shorter period of time compared to how much calories you would burn just doing isolation exercises. So if you're on a caloric deficit, not only are you challenging your muscles in order to give them a reason to stay during your diet, but you're also burning much more calories, which will help you with your fat loss. So how should you incorporate compound movements? So because compound movements take up a lot of your energy and focus, compound movements should be the first exercises that you perform in your workout. And the reason behind that is because if you don't have your full focus and energy coming into these compound movements, you run the risk of not only performing well and getting the full benefit from the compound movements, but you risk getting injured. So especially if you're a beginner, I highly recommend that you start with the main compound movements first before going into the isolation movements where you're only targeting one muscle group. On the flip side, more advanced athletes, especially in bodybuilders, you see them perform isolation exercises before their main compound movements. But keep in mind, they're more advanced. They've already developed a really good motor pattern in performing these exercises. And the reason why bodybuilders do this is to quote unquote pre-exhaust the muscle that they're trying to grow in order to fully stimulate the muscle during the compound movements. One isolation movement that I do recommend most people should incorporate before compound movements is things like glute bridges, but only to activate the muscle, because a lot of people have trouble in properly engaging their glutes in the squat. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found this video informative. If you did, please give it a like and make sure to subscribe. If you want to read up into more detail about this topic, about compound movements and maybe some isolation exercises that are pretty good to incorporate before compound movements, I'm gonna put a link down below that takes you to my website, where I made a blog post talking more in depth about compound movements. So make sure to check that out. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay well. Peace.